This is a decision that I've made in the context of making sure we're well prepared for the winter ahead and the spring ahead, and particularly with regard to fodder and making sure we're resilient and have enough stocks in the country. And obviously we've come out of what has been, I think, the longest winter we've experienced in many years, which was 7 months basically where animals were housed, and it depleted reserves. And also it was very difficult to get straw this particular spring too. And I want to make sure we're in a position where we can get through next winter in the same way that we got through this past winter. And that's why in the context of the Straw Incorporation Measure, which I introduced, and I'm obviously a big supporter of, introduced for the first time 3 years ago, and indeed funded very strongly last year and increased the funding for it. I will engage this morning. We'll meet again next week with farm representatives. And indeed, when I made the announcement yesterday, I also indicated that I would be meeting with and consulting with the Charter as well in relation to my proposal, and indeed with the CAP Monitoring Committee as well. I'm conscious, listen, I want to see the tillage sector do well. I want to see it supported. I want to see it grow in the years ahead. But we also have to look to see how across agriculture we are prepared for the winter ahead. And I certainly don't want a situation where we're doing Straw Incorporation now, which is very worthy in itself and it's something we absolutely have to do in years. But I don't want to be doing that in the context then where we're potentially having to import straw next spring. And my message very much to farmers across the country is prepare for the winter ahead. Do work hard in the remainder of this year to save fodder, but also my message to them is to engage and buy straw. Speak to tillage farmers, make contact early now, and make arrangements with tillage farmers to buy straw and to replenish straw and to make sure you have strong reserves for the winter ahead. But listen, I do understand the point of view of tillage farmers too, the importance of the scheme to them, and I will be engaging and listening to them further next week too. Everybody's entitled to their view in this. I understand this is not a decision which everybody will agree with. It's a difficult decision, I introduced the Straw Incorporation Measure. I've plugged it into the CAP programme for the full 5-year period and allocated €50 million to it as well. So it's not a decision I take lightly, nor I expect everybody to agree with. But as Minister, I have a responsibility to prepare for the winter ahead and to make sure the sector is in a strong, resilient condition.